As we go on the air at noon, we are following breaking news in St. Charles County. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. Police activity in West Alton forced the Lewis and Clark Bridge to close. And we've learned just moments ago a person of interest in a homicide has died. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live near the scene on Highway 67. Diamond, what's the latest?
Well, Kay, we are live here in West Alton near a gas station that has been the scene of a huge police presence all morning long. And police tell us this incident ended just minutes after 11 this morning. St. Charles County Police confirmed to us that a person of interest in the Forrestal homicide has died. Now, police do tell us this incident happened in West Alton just before 8 at the Phillips 66 gas station. Both the Lewis Bridge and the Clark Bridge are still closed, with police officials turning people around. Police say that they were trying to speak to a man about a homicide investigation in Forrestal, where a woman was found dead near a service road. However, that man said he didn't want to talk to police, became upset, and then threatened to harm himself. Police say around 11 a.m. he died of a gunshot wound. Investigators say it's unclear right now if it was self-inflicted, if he was shot by an officer, or by someone else. Multiple police agencies were on scene this morning, including St. Louis County SWAT, Missouri State Police, Alton, and West Alton. Plus, drone units also deployed in this incident. And right now, we are actually headed to speak to the St. Charles County Police Department about this incident and all of the developments that are coming out of this. We will continue to keep you updated on air and online. Reporting in West Alton, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you so much, Diamond. We are also following the story of a man injured in a house fire. This fire left the man treated for smoke inhalation. He escaped this burning home on Church Street overnight. Fire investigators are now looking for the cause. This is what's left of a semi-truck that caught fire in the Metro East. It caused traffic to back up on I-5570 just north of Collinsville this morning. No reports of injuries and no word on exactly what caused all of that. New information today on that fire that killed a mother and her 4 children. Police tell us Bernadine Prusner set the fire intentionally. They're calling it a murder-suicide. St. Louis County Police say she left a note before setting Monday's fire. The fire killed 2-year-old Millie, 6-year-old Jackson, and 9-year-old twins Ellie and Ivy. The father of Prusner's 2 youngest children released a statement on behalf of himself and the father of the other children. He says, quote, "As dads right now, we have to focus on honoring the 4 beautiful lives, and we have to plan to do that together." All right, we're keeping an eye on a story affecting millions of people all across the country. A cellular outage is affecting AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and many other carriers. Those affected can't make phone calls. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency says it's communicating with all of the affected carriers. It's also saying there's no indication this is a cyber attack. As of right now, AT&T says 75% of its network is back online.
Yes, so many people I know affected by that. So weather-wise, you know, we've had a few showers and storms popping up. It's Marion County, Illinois. You see those lightning strikes where the surface low moved right overhead. Nothing severe, but they had some small hail there and some definitely some downpours. But most of the area now, the only chance of seeing some rain or maybe an isolated thunderstorm is later this afternoon, south and east, well south and east of St. Louis. And it is already clearing in some areas. So we're dry for the most part in many areas, St. Louis north and westward. And that satellite radar shot, you can see it's still very cloudy to the east of St. Louis and also south of St. Louis as that area of low pressure tracks on to the east and the cold front continues moving to the south. So we are at 60, 64 was that high temperature, and now we're starting to see those numbers go down a little bit. Current temperatures around the area, Alton has already fallen to 59, and Mascoutah, you're at 65. So the front is just now moving into your area. Pacific was at 68 there, and you'll cool off as the day goes on. So that 64, the high in St. Louis, mainly dry, and we'll talk about our weekend forecast. Part of it's cool. All that coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. Happening today, St. Louis city leaders will look for ways to stop crime. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan has details about 2 initiatives.
Two initiatives are underway. One is a proposed city law to prevent anyone from firing their guns into the air. The second is a community collaboration meeting happening this afternoon that'll focus on where crimes are happening and why. Now, this all follows an incident Tuesday night where a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and two 13-year-olds were arrested for firing shots into the air in front of a home. You can see from this video, police flooded Ferris Avenue near MacArthur Avenue in North City as they responded to the incident. Next week, the city's Public Safety Committee will hear a proposal that Alderwoman Pamela Boyd drafted up to step up penalties for people who shoot guns into the air. Another group, the Public Safety Collaborative, is gathering neighbors to lead the conversation on reducing crime. The Public Safety Collaborative is inviting those who want to be part of the solution to join them at 1 o'clock today at the Julia Davis Library on Natural Bridge. Now, police are still looking for others believed to be involved with that group Tuesday night. Reporting in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
It is back to class today for students in the Francis Howell School District. The superintendent confirms a cyber attack forced them to learn remotely Tuesday and Wednesday. A letter to parents says the district is still dealing with the effects and there won't be any internet in the school buildings for the rest of the week. The decision to go remote stemmed from security and safety concerns. St. Louis city officials tell us it will likely take weeks to repair the road damaged by this massive sinkhole. This is the scene at the intersection of Blow and Idaho. It's near I-55. It's close to 40 feet wide and 25 feet deep. Crews say a 6-inch water main broke Tuesday and the road began to sink hours later. The final push to the South Carolina primary is heating up. Nikki Haley sharpening her attacks on the party frontrunner Donald Trump. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest from the campaign trail.
With just 2 days left before the Republican primary here in South Carolina, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley continues to trail former President Donald Trump in the polls. Now, some voters tell me they do have concerns about the former president, ranging from his indictments to where he stands on issues like foreign policy. Haley is looking to seize on that. She is ramping up her attacks on former President Trump as well as on President Biden. She says the two are both too old and too divisive. Now, despite losses to Trump in the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary, Haley vows to stay in this race regardless to the results here in South Carolina on Saturday. In Charleston, South Carolina, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Still ahead, the court ruling that has healthcare systems putting IVF treatments on hold in Alabama. Plus, it's a waiting game millions of miles above Earth, the spacecraft that could make history sometime today.